Hello Inklings and welcome back to my channel. I'd like to begin by showing respect to and acknowledging the Whadjuk Noongar people, elders past and present, the traditional owners and custodians of the land I'm filming this video on today. So today we have a bit of a journaling video. I have a new bullet journal for 2021. For the past 2 years, I had a separate reading journal and then a bullet journal, but this year I am using a planner and I am mostly just using my bullet journal for social media, YouTube, reading plans, and then movie and TV. Last year I did also have a separate movie journal, but I found that was quite difficult to keep up with. But here we have just the cover page with my name, and I used some nice purple and grey stickers that kind of match the Leuchtturm. I really like this brand. I've been using it for the past 2, 3, maybe 4 years or so. And I have already set up my 2021 pages. This took me quite a long time, and that is why my January plan with me is so late. But here we just have the index. And to start off with, I saw this idea somewhere and I thought it was really cute. So I just have my 2021 wishes in this little envelope over here. And I wrote them down on the back of these cards. So I just thought that would be a cute little way to start the notebook. Then I like having a word for the year, and for 2021 I decided to go with mindfulness because I want to be more present in everything I do. So this is in kind of a random order. I just made the spreads without really planning what order I wanted them to go in. I just went the traditional bullet journal route and just wrote them down as I thought of them. So I started with a social media tracker for all of my social media, just the follow account, and I'll update that at the beginning of every month and then at the end of the year. I really want to be more consistent with Instagram this year, so I wanted a dedicated tracker for posting on Instagram, and this has been working quite well so far, as you can see. And I always like tracking my blog posts and YouTube videos. I thought this would be a nice way to just track the standard things that I want to post every month. So for example, on YouTube, I want to post a TBR and a wrap up for every month. So that will go here. I do also have a lot of my planning on Notion, and I'm considering doing a Notion tour at some point in the future. But all of my pretty things and things that don't change so often, I decided to keep in here. And I've been doing this spread for the past 2 years as well, and I really love it. I love how it ends up looking. So I love the rainbow layout, and I've been using the rainbow every year as well. I just really enjoy it. So I have every month has a different color, and then for every book I read I add a little heart, and then it ends up making a really cool dangling pattern down the page. Then we have my Goodreads challenge for the year. I haven't had a journal spread for this before. On this spread I have 200 blocks because I originally wanted to read 200 books this year. I've since actually lowered my Goodreads challenge to 100 books because I don't want to be so stressed out about reading all the time. And I will color in each block for every book. I actually haven't updated this yet. I still need to update this for January, but I just wanted to show you that for every block I'll color it in, and every month I will change the color to match this layout here. And then at the end of the year I'll just document the total books and pages. This took me quite a while to draw, and I needed a huge break afterwards, but these are all the unread books on my physical shelf. I had a lot of fun drawing this. I did a spread like this probably 4 years ago in one of my journals. I really enjoyed having it then, and I think it will be fun this year as well. So when I finish the book, like Addie LaRue, I will just color it in. Okay, I really love this spread. This is the first year my friend Leia and I have started our book club. You can find us on social media at the Parabatai BC. And these are all the books we'll be reading this year. And then on the line, I will just write our live show date. I saw a kind of similar spread for new releases on Instagram, but I kind of put my own spin on it. I know a lot of people have the actual calendar over here as well, but I just wanted more space for the books. And I thought this was just really cute. And I started using my mild liners again, which was fun. Okay. So I am a member of NetGalley and I am quite behind with my arcs. So I really wanted this page to document when I read all of my arcs, and I want to get up to date with my NetGalley. And Books with Lala has changed the Buzzwordathon for this year. So there's a theme for every month and I will fill that in here. And I haven't decided, maybe I'll write my favorite book that I read for it as well. But I just love how this page turned out. It just, I don't know, it's just really pretty. Then I have 21 books in 2021. I'll probably end up making a video on that as well, but I thought it would be nice to have it in my bullet journal. And these are all books that I do have on my shelf. And then I just have some 2021 life goals that I thought would be good to keep me focused. Then we have my book clubs that I am reading along with. So you just saw my book club that I'm running with my friend. These are other people's book clubs and I really love how this turned out as well. I tried to make use of all the space and I have quite a few Dutch doors, as you will see. So the first book club we have is the Enchanted book club. And so I have a line for every month of the year. And I will fill in the little heart when I start reading it and then color it in when I'm finished reading it. And then I decided I also wanted space for the backlist. So these are all the books from previous years that I have not read yet that the book club has picked. And then I had some space, so I thought I would fill in some other book clubs that aren't running anymore, but I still have some books that I would like to read that they picked in the past. Then we have Reese's book club and they have quite a long backlist. So at the top I have their backlist from 2020 that I haven't read yet, and then all of the other books that they've picked that I haven't read yet. And at the bottom I had to add a little post-it. I knew I might need to do that, so I wasn't too upset, and I think the brown post-it actually looks pretty cute. And same thing with the Beltress book club. I think this one has the longest backlist, so I really need to read some of these books. Reese's young adult book club, and this had quite a short backlist, so I thought I would squeeze the Why Not YA book club in here because I don't really know if they pick a book every month and I didn't want to waste a full page for it. And I was struggling to find their books on Facebook. Sometimes I see them on Instagram, and then that backlist is over here. Then we have A Touch of Whimsy, which is run by Kaylin and Lexi, and there's 3 books from last year that I need to catch up on. And as you can see, a few of their future book club picks I have already started reading. And this was actually their December pick, but they didn't pick one for January, so I just moved it along there. Then Zoella's book club, she also has quite a long backlist. She's only been picking monthly book picks for, I want to say, the last year and a half. Before that, she had a kind of annual one, and then she'd pick a bunch of books for, I think it was Waterstones, I could be wrong. I really like how these colors turned out. Then 3 Blondes and a Book, which is run by Kaylin, Zoe and Liv, and as you can see, their January book club was the same as Zoella's, and this happens sometimes with book clubs. There are a few books that overlap, so I think I might tackle those books first. Then we have Books and Lala's book club, the Literally Dead book club. I don't think I've actually read one book on her list yet, but I really do want to read more thrillers and horrors, so I thought this would be a really fun way to get into some of that. And Donna has started a book club this year as well, so there's no backlist for this, but I'm really excited to read along with her. I was a bit hesitant at first because I'm not a huge romance reader, and I had a bit of a bad experience with trying to read ACOTAR the first time, but I've had so many people tell me that I need to give it a second chance, so I think I just might. That was all the book clubs. Now I have a couple of pages of other things I want to read. So this page is series to read. I know some people have a list with all of the books in the series as well, but I don't really think that's necessary for me. I like tracking it on Goodreads, so I just have the name of the series, and these are all Rick Riordan's so far. Then authors to read, so these are authors who I want to read all of their books. Okay, now this spread, I really wanted this here because I want to read books that people talk about a lot. So I have overhyped series and overhyped standalones, and this is basically just books that I keep hearing over and over on the internet that I want to read just because I have FOMO, not necessarily because I have a desire to read it, but I want to know what everyone's talking about. Then I have a page for buddy reads and readathons, which are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now we're a bit done with the books for now. I also wanted to include just a couple pages for movies to watch and series to watch. I do use Letterboxd to track my movies, and I do use TV Time to track my series, but these are some things that people have recommended to me, so I wanted them in front of me where I see it all the time so that I can remember to watch it, because whenever I see the people next, then they ask if I've watched it, and then I generally haven't yet, and then I feel really bad. So that's what this is for. And lastly, I wanted to have a writing and workout tracker, and I call it a yoga tracker because this is what I want to focus on this year. I really want to start doing yoga more often, and this looks like my Instagram tracker from earlier on, and I have my key at the bottom here, so I'm going to track when I write in a book or a short story, and when I blog and when I journal. Then for the workouts, I'll be tracking yoga, gym, and rebounding. And then down the side, these are just some goals that I have for myself. So at the end, I would like to have written 50,000 words and 12 short stories by the end of the year. And same thing for yoga. I would like to have done 150 days of yoga and learn how to do at least one inversion, so like a headstand or a handstand, whichever one comes first. That was quite a long intro, but now we can get into my January planning. And I'm thinking of going with a Bridgerton theme because I just fell in love with that aesthetic.
Okay, let's try this voiceover thing. I haven't tried this out before, but here I am just drawing the iconic Bridgerton bridge where they have some of their most iconic moments. I'm doing this with my new Pigma fine liner, and at the top I am just drawing some of those flowers that hang around the Bridgerton house and all of the posters for the TV show. I think they're called foxgloves. I think that's what they're called. But I'm just using my Tombow dual brush liners to add some color. I have the pastel set, which I have been loving so much. And then I am just going back in with my Pigma Micron to just outline the flowers a little bit. I thought they were fading into the background, so I just wanted them to stand out a bit more to match the bridge. Then I'm taking my grey mild liner and colouring in the bridge. The bridge is actually white, but I thought the grey looked really nice. And then I do go over it with a silver gel pen just to add some accents and a bit of dimension to it. Then I'm also using some more glitter gel pens just to add some more to the flowers at the top, and I went in with a green one and I added a bit of green in the background, and I also go in with the purple one to add some to the flowers. Then I have these new Tombow dual tip pens, and I'm writing the date with them. I have used them in some of my other spreads and I've really liked the colors. This is also a pastel set, but they're a bit brighter than the brush pens. And on the next page I'm just starting to write down the days of the month, again with the Pigma Micron, and also the days of the week. I didn't know if I wanted to do that at first, but I thought it would just be easiest. And then I'm just highlighting the weekends with the green brush pen, just to stand out and so that I don't go too crazy looking at all of the numbers. Then I'm just writing the date with the purple brush pen. I wanted that to be a bit more pastel-y, and then I'm just going in with the brush pens and adding some more of those flowers just to make a little bit of a divider on the page. I don't know if I love how it looks, but it's there and it's kind of cute. And I'm just going back in to draw around the flowers again. And at the top I have some important tasks. I always like to have a to-do list, and I am making little tiny flowers to colour in. In the rest of my bullet journal I used hearts, but for this page I thought the little flowers would look best. Then on the next page I am using my brush pens again and doing some hand lettering to write my to-read list and my to-watch list. I'm keeping this quite basic for now just because I don't really know what I want and what's going to be usable. I'm adding in some pretty washi tape that I have and need to use, and I think it looks really nice with the flowers from the previous page. And then I'm just going to go down and add hearts into the whole page as little to-do marks.
Okay, so this is a really quick January setup. This is all I really want right now. I might decide later to add a few more things, but I really want to get this video up. I think I might add something in this space, I'm not sure yet, but for now I just have my cover page, my important tasks, social media. So here I'm just going to write when I upload something and what it was that I uploaded. I do like having it here. I do also track this on Notion and I can move it around when I'm actively planning it, but here we'll just document what I posted and when I posted it. And super simple to-read list and to-watch list. I'm considering adding habit trackers. I might not do that in January, I might do that in February, so stay tuned for my next video. And for now, thank you so much for watching. Keep thinking, Inklings. I'll see you next time. Bye!